What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here with part 3 of the little short series of tutorials, and this one's going to be on the RSI, finding patterns in the RSI. It's going to be pretty quick and short, guys. I'm running out of time, but I did want to get these out to you. We're going to have one more video tomorrow. That one's going to be on the EMAs that I use and how I use them. So definitely make sure you check that out. Also, I want to remind you, if you're new here, definitely check out our Discord group. It's totally free. I don't believe in the guys that make you pay to be in their Discords. It's totally free. Check it out. It's a great community. Best community in crypto by far, if you ask me. Just whatever you want to do in there. There's lots of crypto chat, talking about different things, humor rooms. There's lots of funny stuff. And a lot of people getting into trading and helping each other out. There's people with all different skill levels in there, so definitely check it out. I added a new affiliate link. It's KRAKEN. That's the exchange I use for my leverage trading, to do low leverage, 5 times leverage trading. There is a link down there. If you use that link, it definitely helps the channel out, guys. I also have some other affiliate links down there you can check out also. If you can use them, that's awesome. If not, that's okay too. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's take a look at we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, where we're at right now. This is Monday night when I'm making this video, and as you guys know, I am watching this as a bull flag or pennant, whichever you wish to call it. And I'm gonna look in the RSI here, how these play out, guys, and I'll be talking about it more, but how these usually play out. And there's obviously no guarantee, but most of the time how these play out is A, B, C, D, and E. And then usually after the E, you have, whoops. Sorry about that. What is going on? Hate when it does that. So usually what happens after this, you get a breakout here. After the E, sometimes the E does not go all the way down, and a lot of times it doesn't go all the way down. It'll come down to the median here and then move up from there. Also, sometimes it does break out from D here. So definitely, we'll keep an eye on these trend lines, but I do want to show you what'll help you determine that. This is a fresh chart I'm starting out with, guys. So now I like to find patterns in the RSI, and as you can see, if you've been following along with the videos lately, and by the time you see this will have definitely played out. It'll probably play out tomorrow for me, but right here you can see a falling wedge pattern. And as you can see, this is the daily. So the daily takes a while. This one will probably, I'm guessing, like I said, this is Friday or Monday night, so this will have probably broken out Tuesday morning. I would imagine definitely probably pop out. If we look at the 4 hour, let me go back to the daily. I want to explain something else real quick. Whoops, not the hourly, the daily. All right, so let me turn my phone off real quick, guys. Sorry about that. This thing does not ever shut up. So one of the other things I want to talk about, when you're in a formation like this, another way to give you a clue that it's a formation, and according to Wyckoff, this would be accumulation, getting ready for a push up because the volume's declining. And as you can see, just like right here, we were in a formation. Just do a quick little. Whenever I draw channels, I draw it and then I clone the line because it should be even. But like right there, you can see the volume was declining before the breakout, and then we broke out over here. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. I know this is more about RSI, so let me get into the RSI. But yeah, as you can see, we have a falling wedge. Falling wedges usually break up, and they usually, dang it, oh, this stuff gets irritating sometimes, and I'm very tired, guys, but I do want to get these videos out for you. So usually a falling wedge, the breakout usually will come right back up to the point where it started. And another way to do it is measure from there to where it broke out. So it should get back up in this area from this breakout in the daily, which most likely is going to get us back up to here and then possibly another fall down. Let me take a look at the 4 hour now and see what that looks like. So I know that one did break out today. We get, oh, that's another thing. I'll show you real quick. People have been asking me, and now, as you know, if you watch my channel, when I switch over, and some of you guys probably know this, but I know a lot of you don't when we're asking. But when I switch over to my 4 hour, then it's a different set of lines. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. This should help a lot of you guys out that don't know. Like I said, I know most of you probably do, but for those that don't, you double click on it. And since this is in the daily, we want to take all the hours off here, right? And we want to do the same thing with this one. Take the hours off. And then when we click over to the 4 hour, those are gone. And then we can draw some new ones and put them just in the 4 hour. But yeah, if you've been watching this here, I was watching another falling wedge, and get it here. And we broke out of this one. I think we have another continued move up. I don't know that, what's the date on this? Yeah, this is, we could go straight up. This D could be over here. You know, it's hard to tell where it's gonna end up, but you know, as that plays out, it's not like it's gonna shoot straight up there. So, but anyways, as you can see, this falling wedge played out. There's more patterns in there that you can watch on the RSI. And one more thing real quick. Another thing about watching the RSI, I already showed you in the divergence, but you can see here, this is making a lower high in the RSI, higher high in the price action, or higher low, lower low, higher low, bullish, hidden bullish divergence. That's giving us this push up, guys. Let's go back into the RSI here and see if we can find some more patterns. This has always been a huge help to me. And if you kind of zoom out, you can see some patterns like right here. If you put a trend line across here, and again, we're in the 4 hour. So to keep this just in the 4 hour, we would double click it, take it off the days. And if you want it in different hours, you can move it around. You can figure that out. But yeah, that'll keep it just in the 4 hour. And now looking at this, I would clone this line, right click on the mouse, hit clone, and bring it down. As you can see, it lines up pretty good with these two resistance levels. So there's a channel there, and what happened? We broke out. And the measured move off of a channel, this one, the RSI is not quite as accurate when you do this. Obviously, that would have went way up over 100, but you get the idea. You could tell this was going to break out. And then let me take this line now. And again, guys, I'm just telling you kind of how to see patterns in the RSI. Let's see, this one here, I remember watching this one. I was looking at this as a rising wedge. Let's go down, put this down here. And yeah, whenever you're doing a channel, it's best to clone your lines because you want those to be straight. You don't want to kind of cockeyed. But anyway, I was looking at this as a rising channel, and obviously it broke down and out of it. And then if we look here, and you can watch these while they're forming, guys, and it'll really help you out with your trading. And we'll look at the price action in a second to when this was occurring. But here was another rising wedge that broke out or broke down. But as you can see, what happened in those, this was the peak right here. The price action isn't a rising wedge, but this is a rising wedge. That's where the RSI will help you find your tops and your bottoms of each little move. And you can go in, you can do it in the 1 hour, 5 minute, 15 minute, whatever kind of trading you're doing. As you guys know, I don't like day trading. I'm a swing trader. I like longer swing trades, anywhere from a couple days to weeks in a trade. So just my way, doesn't have to be yours, but all these techniques can be used in any time frame. But as you can see here, we were getting, you can see these peaks here every time we were peaking out up there. But yeah, you can use all this in your price action. This was the big drop out of this channel here, or this rising wedge, where we come down, got support down here, started forming this one. If you guys look for these, it really will help your trading. I only use, those that watch my channel know I only use my RSI, support resistance lines, trend lines, and my EMAs. It's really all I use in my trading. I use some fibs. I don't really use the fibs and stuff unless the trend lines or something's not on. But let's look around for some more patterns in the RSI, just to give you guys a feel for it. You can also find head and shoulders in the RSIs, like over here. This isn't a great example, but nonetheless, here's an inverse head and shoulders. This would be the right or the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And if we drew a neckline across there, and you were watching this in the RSI, the measured move off it would be from the neckline to the tip of the head and to the breakout. Obviously it wasn't perfect, but you see what I'm saying. That these patterns play out more often than not. And let's take a look at that in the price action, what happened there. So the left shoulder was here, the breakout of the shoulder was right here. We broke up, came down, tested the neckline. It's not a head and shoulders or inverse head and shoulders here. I guess you might be able to see it right here, but it's nonetheless, if it's making a head and shoulders in the RSI, it doesn't mean it's doing that in the price, but it still will tell you where the price is going. And you can see what happened after that. That was a huge run there. So let's see what else we can find in here. Zoom in a little bit and look around in the 4 hour. I know you see a lot more of this stuff in the bigger or the smaller time frames, a lot faster. I don't know that you see a lot more, but obviously it's, and rising channels, we know those are bearish. This one's kind of funky looking. I guess it'd be more like this. But if you was to be watching this form, same thing like I was saying, you right click on it. Whoops, that was not. Right click on it, clone it, bring it down, and you see it matches up with these resistance right here. And when it broke down, obviously you knew you were getting a move. Let's see what that move did. And there it is. So I hope you guys are following along. This is, what is that line? I don't want to mess up my chart, so What just happened? There we go. So yeah, right here it was making what, let's see what it was doing in the price action. When you're watching these in the RSI, you should also see what it's doing in the price action, see if the trend lines match up. And this was not, I don't believe these were actually matching up. No, this was forming more of a wedge, a rising wedge kind of formation if you would use the peaks there. But I guess you could have looked at it this way too, because we did have 3 touches in the 4 hour. So yeah, but anyway, you can see what happened when it did break down. When it broke through with the RSI, would have been on this candle right here. That obviously gave you a heads up that it was going to continue down. And most likely in the RSI, these play out like they're supposed to when you find the patterns, like rising channel, obviously bearish, falling channel, bullish. And it'll really help you out in the RSI, watching the RSI. And in the video before, we talked about hidden bullish divergence, bearish divergence, hidden bearish divergence. So if you get in tune with the RSI and the price action, it's amazing the things you can see that other people don't see. But like this right here, this was a rising channel, but it broke up. We had a falling channel here that broke up. What did it look like? Let's look at it in the RSI, see if it would have gave us any clues. So the RSI, yeah, falling channel, and then we broke out. If we clone this though, would we have seen it? And I don't remember what I was watching in this video, but yeah, no, it doesn't really look like a channel in there, but it definitely was a channel up here. And falling channels usually break up. Here is this was like a long bull flag. I remember watching this and thinking that was too long to be a bull flag, but I was still, looking at it as a bull flag. Let's look at what else we can find in here. Do we see any head and shoulders? I'm sure there are some head and shoulders in here. It's kind of tough. Like I said, I don't like to, what was this price action here? Oh, that was worse back in the bear market. Let's see. Do we see any, I mean, just really paying attention and looking at the RSI along with looking at the price action, you can learn a lot. And like I said, I'm a little more, I'm not the best teacher at it. I'm a little more in tune with it because I've been doing it so long. But I'm trying to find like a head and shoulders. Actually, let's go to a smaller time frame. Find a lot more in a smaller time frame. So right here, we would look at this as a rising channel. It's kind of an ugly one. Let me see. Right here was like, it almost looked like a inverse head and shoulders, but if you look close, there was an inverse head and shoulders here. What did that look like in the price action? I don't even know where the price is at this. What the heck's the date here? Nope, I think we were much higher apparently. I don't know what the date is here, so I can't find the price. Must be way up here. There we go. Coming into it now. Yeah, that was let's look at what it did in the price. Yeah, that did look like a inverse head and shoulders here, but it doesn't look like it played out, and it did not. But if we look at the price action here, You can see the inverse head and shoulders. The move off of this, you know, would have been measured or thought about up here. But I guess you could look at actually this being the neckline, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, or the smaller one in here, and that's most likely what it would have, what the measured move would have been out of. But as you see, you can see what happened. Let's see what else we can find in here. Here's a rising wedge. We'll draw that in real quick. Rising wedge. And rising wedges usually break bearish. And you can see it just like it does in the price action. These patterns act the same. When it broke down from the wedge, it came back up, tested it, and then continued down. It's yeah, like I said, this will really help you out, guys. And kind of let's see what's going on right here. This looks like a rising channel that looks like it possibly could break down. Let me look at the 15-minute just to see what's going on. Nope. See, in the 15-minute here, I see another falling wedge, and I believe it's going to break out. And when you guys watch this video, if you go back here, this is Monday night about 11 o'clock, and see what happened here. But let's put that here. Looks like another falling wedge. So looks like it's going to continue up here, guys. Probably break through 11,000 again and continue up. But we shall see. It's always possible it could continue down. But if you remember, I'm going to point this out while it's right here. And guys, this is the 15-minute chart. So, but, well, I already got a trend line there. So if you look at this trend line from, actually, it would be this peak and to this peak. You can see there's hidden bullish divergence. You're getting lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price action. That is hidden. And even right here, I guess we could have used that one. Would have been fine. We're in the 15 minutes, so higher low in the price action, lower low in the RSI. So yeah, that's wedges. You can also find bull flags. Yeah, just study chart patterns, and like I said, you can also find them by looking in the RSI. And it's kind of hard looking like this, but if you're really following a chart as it's forming, you know that it's a lot easier to figure out what's going on. So all right, guys, I know it was a short video. I'm tired. I'm trying to get ready for this vacation. We got a lot to do still. I had half a tree fall down in my front yard this morning, so had to cut that up today. That wasn't planned. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Smash the likes, leave your comments, let me know what you think, guys. I will get into some more detailed videos later on. You know, when I get time, I'll pop in some more and take a little more time on them when I'm not so pressed for time. So hope you enjoyed it, guys, and have a good night. I will see you later.